Hi everyone, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. I'm joined again today by...
Duncan.
Who is?
Your husband.
Still.
Yeah.
And today we are back with episode 7 of our Bookish Would You Rather.
Yes.
Do you remember what numbers of questions we're doing this video?
It will be 61 to something.
61 to 70.
Look it up.
Yeah, you ready?
Yep.
Shall we plow on ahead?
Let's go with it.
Okay, so question number 61. Would you rather experience Hogwarts or travel around the world for a year at no cost?
Travel around the world at no cost.
I think so too. Yeah, because that's like a once in a lifetime thing, isn't it?
Imagine spending time with all those kids milling around.
What, in Hogwarts?
Yeah.
Yeah, screaming and throwing things at one another and
Being sick on the furniture.
Wingardium Leviosa. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Travel around the world.
Travel around the world at no cost.
Yep.
Because that's like a once in a lifetime thing.
How long does this event last? Is it for the rest of your life or
A year.
a year? Oh, a year.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely a year.
Yeah.
A year
A year.
penned up in the school. Oh.
No, experience Hogwarts or travel around the world for a year at no cost.
Right, travel around the world. Yeah,
Because you
that's
could go around the world a couple of times in that year.
Oh, you'd think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so travel around the world.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 62. Would you rather live in your favourite fictional world for a day or be able to visit said fictional world whenever you want but only as an observer? I don't know. I think I'd like to visit my favourite fictional world for a day, because then you can interact with the characters and the people that are there, and you can interact with things. But if you're only as an observer, there's nothing you can do. You can't speak to anyone. You're just kind of in the background looking in. I think I'd go for one day
Indeed.
and treasure that day.
I think I'd go as an observer.
Yeah.
I think it would be something like Doctor Who or something.
Oh no! That would be one of the worlds that I would want to have a say in. I'd want to travel here, there, and everywhere.
I think it's a bit like Star Trek and the red jersey.
Well, here we go.
You'd probably find yourself wearing a red jersey and you'd be dead within minutes.
Because the red jerseys were always the ones that were dead in the episode. Yeah.
Well, I think it might be safer to be the observer.
Right. Okay. Well, I would visit for a day. So you would go as an observer.
I probably would.
Okay.
Yes.
That's probably a clever answer because of what you've just said about the red jerseys.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the spiders.
Question number 63. Would you rather give up reading for a year or give up movies, TV shows for a year? So movies / TV shows for a year. I would rather give up movies and TV for a year because I don't think I could live without books. I really don't. I think my life would be miserable.
I'd keep the books.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Give up TV. Take it away. Take it away.
Do without that.
Yeah. Okay, question number 64. Would you rather have a friend write a best-selling series where the villain is based on you, or have your parent publish a memoir about all your most embarrassing childhood stories? I'll take the villain based after me, thanks.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, any day of the week. 7 days a week, rather than have my embarrassing past.
Absolutely.
And all those skeletons in the closet. Yeah? What do you think?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So you'd rather be the villain
Yes.
in a bestseller by your...
Because you can always pretend it's fiction.
That's true. Well, if it's a best-selling series where the villain is based on you, it's going to be fiction, isn't it?
What is this friend they speak of?
He has none.
No.
Question number 65. Would you rather only own as many books as you can carry at a time, or only be able to buy one new book every 3 months? One new book every 3 months, because I own lots of books and I don't think I could carry them all. So as much as that would... I'm actually breaking out in a cold sweat thinking about only one new book every 3 months, but to have to give up books just because I can't carry them. The idea of that is actually terrifying.
I don't really understand the question, because you only need to carry one book at a time, don't you?
Well, that's true, but it's I think it's hypothetical. But you could carry your whole library in your hand, because you read on your iPad through the Kindle, don't you?
So maybe that's what it means.
There you go. Okay, next question. Question 66. Would you rather read a new manuscript by your favourite author and have to tell them you thought it was awful, or read 50 Shades of Grey out loud to your grandparents? I don't think I'd say it was awful. If there was a problem with it, I'd probably say you have to change this, or this character wouldn't do this. If it was like part of a series and you've read that series and enjoyed it and you know how the characters are. I mean, obviously the writer knows their characters inside out, but not everyone gets it right all the time. So I think that constructive criticism, that's what I was looking for. But then I would also love to read 50 Shades of Grey out loud to my grandparents, just to see the look on their face, because I love that series. Yeah. And I'm unashamedly will admit to that.
Well, they'll have to dig up my grandparents for me to do that, so they wouldn't be a very good audience.
Oh, what a downer.
But the idea of reading 50 Shades of Grey doesn't fill me with a great deal of joy, so...
you didn't like the movies either, did you?
No. So I'd tell my favourite author that it wasn't a good book.
Who is your favourite author?
Arthur C. Clarke, probably.
Is he still alive?
I don't think so. So I'd have to dig him up as well.
Shall we move on to the next question? Okay, question 67. Would you rather lend all your books to friends who never return them, or read only books that no one you know has ever read so you can't discuss them? I will read the books that no one else has read so that I can't discuss them, rather than have my books lent out to people who don't give them back, because that's horrifying. That's horrifying.
You wouldn't have anyone like that as a friend, though, would you?
No. So, yeah. But yeah, also the idea of not being able to discuss a book as well, that's kind of... that's a difficult one, actually.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I suppose I'd sooner lose the book than... I'm not that into them. But...
You're not... What?
I'm not...
Say what?
I'm not quite as obsessed with them as you are.
Okay, yeah.
But if it was a pipe, then that would be different.
Like a smoking pipe. Yeah, okay, I see where you're coming from. Next question?
Yep.
Okay. Question number 68. Would you rather write a fan fiction that gains a large following, or write a book that makes no sense. Would you rather write a fan fiction that gains a large following, or write a book that people never read? There's a spelling mistake in there, but I think that's that people never read. I think I'd write a fan fiction that became really popular, because if you spent all your time, and writing a novel can take years. Writing any kind of book can take years. And if you've put your heart and soul into that, and then no one reads it,
but it's your book.
Yeah, no, but you write a book for people to read and people to enjoy. If no one reads it, then it's kind of like a bit of a kick in the teeth, don't you think? It's like pointless exercise.
Don't they call that sort of thing a diary?
Well, when you put it like that, yeah. See, I used to keep a diary when I was a kid, and I stopped because my stepfather would read my diary, and I wasn't very complimentary about him, so...
He used to correct your spelling too, didn't he?
No. Thick as mince.
Well, this can read.
Just. So what would you do? Would you write the book that no one ever reads?
I would write the book that no one ever reads.
Okay.
I think, because that's what I would want to do.
Okay.
But
then isn't the payoff people reading it and enjoying it?
No, the payoff is that I've created something. I've done what I wanted to do with.
That's one layer of the payoff.
Yeah,
But the deeper layer of the payoff is that people enjoy what you've done, and that it becomes a favourite, or who knows, years to come, a classic. But if no one ever reads it, then it's kind of like,
I'm thinking fan fiction. That could be a little bit like the Doctor Who's that people wrote.
Well, 50 Shades of Grey was fan fiction. That was based on Twilight.
I've just never seen the connection.
Originally it was. Apparently the writer, E.L. James, would write it on an app on her phone on her commute to work. Yeah. So you would write the book that no one ever reads?
Yes.
Okay. Next question? Okay. Question number 69. Would you rather date a character of your choice and have them be a part of our world, or live in a world of your choice but never know any of the main characters? I'll date a character of my choice and have them be part of my world. Because if you lived in a world of your choice but you never know any of the main characters, what's the point in that?
I suppose it's like living in Game of Thrones.
You wouldn't want to know any of them?
No.
Apart from a select few.
Well, it depends where you work. If you worked in the brothel, perhaps, there's some bonuses there. Maybe in the pub. But if you were in the dungeons, then it could be a bit messy, couldn't it? I don't know. It's not a question that I really can gel with at any level. So you'd be taking a character that you liked out of their world and saying, "Oh, this is where we live, and have some beans on toast."
Because that's all we eat here. Is beans on toast.
I don't know that. I don't know that I'm getting the best out of this question.
No, I'm not sure.
No,
I think I would have the character of my choice and have them part of my world. Yeah.
Rather than just like an extra in.
Yeah, because then you don't know anyone. Yeah.
Yeah, go for that too.
Next question.
Yep.
Okay, so final question for this video, number 70. Would you rather have the Percy Jackson and the Olympians movies done right, or the Eragon Inheritance series movies done right? I have never read any of those, although I think I may have seen the Eragon movie.
All right. I've seen the Percy Jackson movies. 2 of them anyway.
Okay. I've never read the book, so I don't know about the film. But then people say the books are always better. I think books are always better because you can kind of envision the world and the character and interpret how these places and people have been described and written. It's your own interpretation. Whereas with a movie, you're getting what someone else has interpreted and you're just having to like that or lump it.
Well, they want to make a movie, don't they? There's very few movies that are true to the book.
No, I can think of a couple. Not Game of Thrones.
So Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, that's what I was looking for. But that's pretty
that's
faithful.
A huge budget and very long films.
Yeah.
So.
Weeks long. So, yes.
We've done it.
So you would read. What would you do? I don't know. I've lost my train of thought. So would you have the movies done right, or would you read the books, or what? I don't know.
I don't really know this. I don't really know. So I'd say the movie done right.
Okay.
Because
it's always better.
Yeah. That's fair. I'll cop out with that one. Not having a clue what I'm talking about.
Okay. That's us.
That's us.
Cool.
Great.
Well, thank you so much for watching. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have so much fun doing it. Whatever you're reading, I hope you love it. Stay fabulous, be amazing, be yourself, stay safe, and we will see you again soon for another video. Bye bye.
Bye bye.